Hey Sagittarius, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do your weekly reading for December 23rd through the 30th, the last full week of the year of the decade. Okay, so yeah, so I'm excited to do this for you. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. um, my intention with this reading is for you to, in some way, leave this reading feeling better than when you came in. Okay? I mean, for the most part, that's always my intention, but, I'm speaking it in every single reading this week because I truly want the best for you, and especially with this upcoming week, can be difficult for some people for a lot of different reasons, and you know I want to set you up for success. All right, so we're going to start with pulling 3 Lenormand cards. This is the Healing Light Lenormand by Christopher Butler. I'm going to be using a lot of decks this week just to get the best message I can for you. All right, so we have the Scythe, the Anchor, and the Significant Gentleman. Okay, so this could be a significant masculine energy, okay? And what's very notable to me is that look at what direction he's looking in. He's looking towards the future, okay? What's in the past here? He felt anchored to something, okay? Something that I feel like has been cut away. This is what is being left behind. Something's being left behind. If you are this significant masculine, then you have left something behind. If you are the feminine in this particular reading, I feel like if this is your masculine, they have left something behind, okay, that they felt anchored to. All right, so let's pull. I'm going to use, this is one of my decks. It's called Words of Light and Clarity. And then I'm pulling a message from the deck that I've created called Messages of Clarity. All right, let's see what we got here. We have naive, gullible, passive, unassuming, and then we have authentic, truthful, fearless, courageous. That's interesting. This person here could have been very, very passive about what they were anchored to for a long period of time. They could have been unusually naive about a situation, not really being able to see that there could be something better than what it is they were in. And they took a very passive approach. They might have been very, gullible to somebody. And I don't want to play them as a victim in any way because, I feel like it was just a lack of experience. A lack of experience that possibly kept them in a situation for too long, or maybe a lack of outlook. Because over here, we have right underneath this significant masculine here, We have authentic, truthful, fearless, and courageous. That feels like a pretty big jump. Okay, so I feel like this person, has made a lot of headway, possibly in their spiritual journey or their ability to recognize that there are better things out there for them. What does this message say? The look we exchanged was magical. Maybe this is something that has happened in the recent past for you. Maybe this is something that happened a long time ago for you. But this could have been, the first time that you met this person. Okay? It could have been what ignited this person to really look at where they were at, what they needed to cut away, what they were anchored to, that they didn't want to be anchored to anymore, or they weren't growing in any way anymore, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. But there was some look that the two of you exchanged that you both recognized as being magical. And I feel like this person now is coming from a much more truthful, authentic place. Over here, unassuming, naive. Again, not a victim, just inexperienced in some way. All right, so we're going to take a look at what this person would say to you this week, okay? And what Spirit would say to you as well. First card out, the wheel. I mean, if there was ever evidence of the wheel moving, it's this, okay? The wheel has clearly started to move for this person, okay? Because this person, this look that the two of you exchanged, you might think, oh gosh, that was insignificant. I don't think that person really noticed or really was affected by that look, but they were. I feel like this is at the center, at the heart of really all of this. This interaction with you kind of ignited this person to really take a look at what they've been accepting in their life. So that's destiny and the universe. I feel like, it's like this was the ignition or the key put into the ignition to get the wheel moving. This person would tell you that. This person would say, you have no idea the impact that you've had on my life. You might not see it in the external world, but what you have done for me has been unbelievable. You have opened my eyes. You've literally helped me awaken to, what I've anchored myself to. Queen of Swords. I feel like what the Queen of Swords is saying here is, can you imagine being anchored to something for 10, 15, 20 years, not really experiencing a lot of joy and happiness, but not really experiencing a ton of misery and pain, just kind of, it feels like it was just kind of going through the motions, again, passive. And then one day you realize somebody puts the key in the ignition and turns on the car, and you're able to actually drive the car for the first time. You're actually able to experience the wind in your hair and not just sit in the vehicle. I feel like this person's been sitting in the car for who knows how long, and now they get the feeling and know what it feels like to actually drive the car. And I feel like that's a tough thing to realize, especially after a long period of time. I feel like it has been a long period of time this person sat in this energy of just sitting in the car waiting. Um, so Queen of Swords is always about, somebody that has learned lessons in a very difficult way. I don't necessarily feel this person has, had a hard life. I feel like this has been a hard lesson to realize that, oh my gosh, what have I been missing? I might have been missing true, deep love. And I feel like this person might be experiencing it for the first time. So, again, they have a naivete about them. This person might have married very young, started a family very young. Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands, this can be a twin flame card, okay? It's a little bit of a paradoxical card in a way, because not only does it represent, commitment and foundation, but it also represents freedom. So, and it can represent commitment and marriage too. But I feel like for this person, it represents a certain freedom that they know that they can have right now if they release themselves or cut away something that has anchored them, and it might be a person, okay? It might be more than one person, and it doesn't mean that those people or that person in any way are bad, okay? It just means that the lessons that needed to happen, I feel like have happened in that situation. Like I feel like this person is graduating to another level, a different type of commitment, a different type of freedom. Three of Cups. I feel like this is this person telling you that they want to experience true joy. Like there's something about, the connection this person had with you that brought a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a very light, free happiness and joy that almost felt like home to this person. I feel like that's what they would tell you, authentically and truthfully. I'm going to pull a clarifier for what they cut away. Justice. That's the card of Libra, okay? So there might have been a Libra in this story, which is an air sign, right? But what I feel like this is telling us is what they cut away was, somebody that they were connected to through marriage. Justice is the card of divorce, contracts, can be marriage as well. Okay, so, that's a difficult situation. Okay, so if this person is, not readily talking about this, they also have memories of very good times in this situation too. So you have to remember that. Even if they had the realization wheel, not, this card here, even if they had that realization, I think that there's almost like a mourning period that this person has to go through. Okay. All right. So let's see what Spirit has to say to you as well. This is the Fountain Tarot. It's a beautiful deck. There's a couple cards in this deck that make me laugh, so just warning you. Queen of Wands. All right, so this is one time where I'm turning over all the cards because I want to see the whole message from Spirit. Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups, King of Wands, and Nine of Coins or Nine of Pentacles. All right, so we have the Queen and the King of Wands here. Okay, that's the first notable thing here. Anytime the two counterparts show up, we could be looking at a soulmate connection. What connects these two people? Knight of Cups. This is a romantic love. Okay. Now, we have the Nine of Pentacles here. Okay, this is the card that stands out to me in this particular row. Why? Because Nine of Pentacles represents somebody that's content being single. And I feel like this is what is very challenging for this person. And that's what Spirit is telling you right now. This person is struggling right now with the idea of being single. You know, even if they know they might have a certain beautiful connection somewhere else, okay? You know, and it's a soulmate type of connection. I feel like this person, what Spirit is saying, is struggling greatly with the idea of being single. Because this person has to be in this energy before they can be in this energy. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Knight of Cups. So let's get some clarification on this Nine of Coins here. Two of Swords, yep, blocked heart. This is where Spirit is telling you that this is where this person is stuck. So if this is a situation where you might be waiting to hear from somebody, I feel like this is the energy that they are stuck in. What does this person need? The Star. They need their heart's desire. They might need to hear from their heart's desire. Soulmate connection. Possibly in a romantic way. If you consider yourself to be this person's heart's desire, I feel like in some way they might need validation of that, is what I feel Spirit is saying here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get a couple of oracle cards, one for this person and two for you. And remember, we're talking about this week. So this person could be feeling especially alone this week. All right. This is for your person, and these two are for you. Divine life purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance which are leading you to fulfillment. All right, what else do I need to say? And then for you, we have unnecessary worries. Okay, so release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. Are you worried about this situation? Let it go. Look it. It's taking care of itself. Even if you can't see it, doesn't mean it's not happening. And then we have give it to God. These two cards go hand in hand with each other. They just do. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release this situation to God for healing and answers. Okay. All right, so Sagittarius, that is what I have for you for this week. I hope it helps. I hope that it leaves you feeling a little bit more reassured or feeling a little better than when you started with the reading. And I hope you, for those of you celebrating holidays this week, I hope that you have a lot of love around you, that you are safe, happy, healthy, and you do enjoy yourself. And you can also look for the 2020 forecasts coming out this week. Some have already come out, and they're just, like I said, they're going to trickle out. So you're just going to have to look and search for those. But anyway, I wish you much love, and I will talk to you soon. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.